What is socialism? Well, socialism is an economic system generally employed by a country to manage its internal production and consumption activities. The first characteristic of a socialist system is ownership of the means of production. That is, the government generally owns the capital goods, the businesses, and other means of production within the country. If they don't own it, they control it outright, such that they determine the amount of production that happens within the country. Equity. The government, in control of the means of production, seeks to or strives to achieve some level of equality and fairness with the distribution of production throughout society, and thus the aggregation of production, or what is produced, is also thought of as wealth, because money is simply a representation of all that is produced. So with that being said, the government seeks not only to distribute what is produced, but also to make certain that there is a more equal distribution of wealth among individuals in the society. Now, because the government controls the means of production, they are also the primary employer, or they are the ones who dictate how much is produced, and thus that necessitates a certain level of work. So employment within a socialist system is generally controlled by the government as well, as individuals are employed by the government as part of these services to meet the needs for society. Now, another major characteristic of the socialist system is that it tends to be highly inefficient, usually because the government has a very difficult time as such a large organization to manage all the means of production and to adequately identify and meet the needs of the populace. That is, they have a difficult time understanding the customer market and delivering to them the amount and type of goods that they desire as efficiently as smaller independent businesses could, for example, in a capitalist system. Also, there's the issue of motivation. If the government is the primary employer of individuals towards production, and the amount produced and the wealth generated as a result of the distribution of what is produced is spread more equally among individuals, it serves as a demotivating factor. That is, individuals are not as motivated to work harder, to create more, to be more efficient, because they are not as able to see the fruits of their labor. They are not able to acquire or accrue more resources based upon their effort the way others are, because, once again, resources are distributed more equally. So you ultimately have individuals, or what we know as the free rider or social loafing problem, whereby many individuals will not work as hard or contribute as much because they're going to get the same thing anyway. So there's a serious motivation problem with the socialist system, which once again leads back to inefficiencies, which when you have these inefficiencies, it leads to problems with production further and can lead to scarcity of production or low levels of production that cannot meet the needs of the consumer market out there. And so this is generally the characteristics associated with a socialist system.